Today, we live. I tried to tell you.
Well, whatever.
Oh, Lord. Hi, everybody. Meet my family. I'm so glad that you guys had an opportunity to tune in with us, and I'm excited. I got a chance to. Are you through? Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. Take two. Hi, everybody. But we're live, and I'm so excited that my brother is here joining us today. We got some really funny stories to tell. I got my dad on this side. I got my mama on this side, hey. me. So we are excited about this. It's been a while to get, should I say, our schedules together, but I'm glad that we were able to kind of get my brother here. So I'm so glad that he's here hanging out with us all the way from California, that nice weather. And he just left me here.
It's real nice, Trika. It was 70 today. It was 70 and sunny. It was real nice.
Do you have to rub that in?
Yes.
That's not nice.
That's about when it was smoke everywhere.
Oh, that wasn't probably nice either when you had all that smoke, was it?
It was still 40 degrees where y'all was at. It was still 70 here, so I'm good.
You know what? I can't take him. Anyway, but we're here. Thank you so much. We normally do our lives with the family on Friday, but changed the schedule. We were able to get my brother this day. So we're excited about us being here. It's been a while since we all been together in this capacity, but we're excited. I'm excited to see my brother and have my parents, and it just brings back so many childhood memories. But I'm gonna jump right into it. We're gonna be here for about an hour, and I hope you guys enjoy. Please feel free to share this video. Go to my YouTube channel. And also, I cannot stress this enough, how important it is to make sure you subscribe to my email, my mailing list. IamTrikaB.com. And also, if you have any requests, special inquiries, business requests, go to IamTrikaB@gmail.com. Now, real quick, I always like to put this quick disclaimer in, just so you know, these are our stories. It's an opportunity for you to hear our stories in our eyes. No judgment, no this is just what we have gone through, and transparency. The whole point.
You can judge, we don't care.
Oh, Daddy.
Here we go.
You know what?
You know what? I need to be sitting over there in the corner. I gave him the church hunch.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I keep trying to tell you, you should have moved me, but you didn't want to do
next
that.
time, yeah.
But anyway, these are our stories, and we pray that you're blessed by it, lifted. We have fun. This is what we do. Even before we get on here, we do this all the time. So with that being said.
Well, I was going one direction, but let me just start here, because several people have stopped me before and asked me. See, they've heard the story about your Saturday mornings and how your mother would fast y'all and get you ready. And they want to know, well, what is your role? Why do you try to stop them or rescue them from this? Like I was something, I didn't do the right thing. And I want to explain something. I felt like my wife was almost, well, in a sense, training them. Anyone who has seen The Karate Kid, remember how the man was training him for warfare, or how to do the things. He was washing the cars and doing the different things. Well, my wife was training them for warfare that they would get later on in life. And both of them are very capable of anything that comes after them. They know how to handle it spiritually in every situation. She was making them strong, and that was part of it for their future. So that was how I saw it. So that's why I didn't rescue them, from their so-called torture on Saturday mornings. But look how strong they are today.
We needed to be rescued,
I
brother.
mean,
We needed to be rescued, Daddy.
I received no guilt. I'm sorry.
That's because you callous sometimes. You got callous.
Well, we gotta mention too, Trigger, why he didn't rescue us during the daytime or the during the week was because he was asleep.
Well, that sounds.
He was asleep, and we also.
And you know what? He still sleep.
And
But
we knew, but we also knew that we couldn't go outside the lines for Mama, because if Mama got too loud and Daddy woke up, we knew we was in real trouble.
That's very true. Now that's true.
Now, see, Jay, he had leeway. He would come in there if I was asleep, and he'd push my eyes open. He'd open my lids and, Dad, you woke?
No, he take both of the eyes and just hold them up. Dad, you woke? You woke? You woke? Yeah. And then you say, "Nah, I am," but you didn't get up. Oh, you just stay right there. You remember that, Jay?
Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah.
And he would get right in his face. And I'm like, what is wrong with this little boy? Like, he just, I mean, right in his face, and then be like,
It was kind of like the off of Lion King when Simba kept pushing Mufasa.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would be great.
But you know what it is that I saw great potential in both of them, and that's the only reason you push people. If you see that they ain't got what it takes anyway, you don't spend a whole lot of time. You just, okay, well, pray that they'll, some of them go right in their life.
Poor little tink tink.
I done seen some poor little tink tinks too. I'll be like, oh well.
But but any parent would want their child to be great. So,
right.
That's a potential of a parent. Any parent would want their child to be.
But you saw something in them for you to even go through that on Sunday mornings down inside of them.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at Trika when she was a baby, you would never thought she'd be this way, and the way she just loves God and, a woman of God, and she'll start preaching or teaching at any point, and Jay, he's well versed in anything. I mean, he understands spiritual warfare and these different type of things.
Yeah. And again, my mission, and still my mission is being a parent. You always constantly trying to improve yourself, so it's gonna bounce off the kids. So that the kids see the parents improve themselves, they're gonna want to improve themselves also.
I mean, see, once upon a time when Trika was first here, she was just a sweetheart. She was so loving, and she was like Mary Poppins to me. She just believed it was the sun gonna break out at any time. And she'd watch her cartoons in the morning and be listening to Spanish and all this type of thing and just enjoy, just in there. Did you listen to Spanish and stuff?
Did it get to the point? Oh my goodness!
Trigger,
maybe this was a bad idea.
Trigger, you were really fluffy back in the day. You just
yeah.
Both literally and physically, I was fluff.
Nobody was saying that.
No, I'm saying it. I can talk about myself. You is big. Yeah, I was. But Jesus, he came through. Okay.
Well, not always. I mean, this was later on when you get to high school. Got real fluffy.
I know.
But
this is what we do. Keep in mind that.
Pinpoint the fluff. Okay.
No, but What it was, I was just scared because
Fluffing stuff.
because I understood that real life wasn't like that. Real life is not nice. Real life is gonna be rough with you, gonna be tough with you, and you're gonna get hurt. And her heart was always out there. Her heart was in the right place, but I know the world's heart is not in the right place, and they were not going to destroy my daughter. You know, my son, neither one of them. So they know I was always honest with them, as honest as I could be, during every situation. That was just a part of me bringing them up. Honesty. I wanted to, hey, this is the real world.
Yeah.
This is how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make it. But you're going to have to get out there and fight, and you're going to have to kick some tail to get to where you're going.
Yeah.
And you can't sit around and be hurt and, go in the corner and cry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, because those kids out there in Robbins going to school, they were not nice people,
I didn't like them Robbins kids.
Remember how I used to branch all around the neighborhood and sing?
Oh yeah. These are the people in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Oh, these are the people in your neighborhood. Crackhead neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Oh, these are the people in your neighborhood. Drunk.
Drunkard.
I love Robbins though. Shout out to Mudville. That's where we from.
Mudville.
Mudville strong. Anything else you got on that liquor?
But the idea was to make y'all strong and able to handle life and take it from, and go from there and be, love the Lord too. I think that was one of our things too.
Yeah.
To get it to you.
Yeah. You guys really, and Jay would probably agree with me on this, is that, you can play, act silly, but one thing you're not finna do is play with God.
No.
Yeah.
Mama said, I get you some dowels.
Yeah.
And some little toy trucks, but you're not feeling Jesus is not a toy.
Yeah.
So if anything, I appreciate that, being able to separate the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Because
and we didn't want to be phony, doing one thing and now I'm not saying we're perfect, because we're not. We are human. But I'm saying we made Elder Barnes and I made a decision. We weren't gonna be phony, because you see a lot of that. We weren't gonna be phony in the house and then going to church. I'm shouting all around the church, can't sit down. You know what I mean? We didn't want y'all to we didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? So I think I said this in another video before, if something was going on and it bothered us, then, me and your dad would go outside or, sit in the car and talk about it and iron it out that way. But we weren't going to do it in the house where y'all could hear it.
But I tried to keep it as real as I could with the kids too, because I want them to see in the church, you're gonna run into things and you can't let it kill your spirit because there's idiots in there, because you'll be to put all these people in there. Oh, they all got angel wings. No, they don't.
Yeah.
Those is backbones back there. That ain't no angel wings.
I'm talking about being two-faced.
Oh, Daddy!
I'm talking about being two-faced, Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. They're talking about the people that's not doing so well or talking about us or doing that we see doing wrong and talking about it at home.
Oh yeah, right. No, we didn't do that.
I didn't want to, do. That's what I mean by being two-faced. I don't want to do that to the kids, because that scars kids.
Yeah.
And
but I want them to see the whole picture.
Of course, yeah, because some kids, they never can get past that.
Right.
Yeah, we were blessed, right, brother? Mom and dad, they wasn't bucking and in church, and then at home they cussing us out, mama cussing each other out, and doing all kind of crazy stuff, living this foul life. My parents, listen, what y'all see here, and I'm straight up with this. I'm so serious. What y'all see right here, this is how they are all the time. Same for my grandparents and same for my uncle. So that's why me and my brother are so like, look, if your breath stink, let me know. Just be straight up with me. It might stink a little bit, but it's okay. You know what I mean, brother?
Yeah,
Like that
yeah.
was the example that they put in front of us. So not saying that all kids take that example, because they might be the complete opposite. You know, you probably might have 5 kids and 2 or 3 don't even acknowledge it. But I'm just saying, we were fortunate enough to have that example and decided to make a choice to be that way, if that makes any sense.
True, but it also helps that Mama probably had one more strike against our behinds from us calling DCFS. So that she was one spanking away from us calling them. One
Ladies and
spanking away.
gentlemen, let me just tell y'all, Facebook people, and we connected to
That's
YouTube.
probably true, Jay.
We connected to YouTube too. Let me just tell y'all, out in Cyberland, my mother was really off. When she meant spare the ride, spoil the child, whatever. If I got it
Beat them
confused,
with the rod, they will not die.
but
They
many
ain't
a
gonna
days,
die. I don't gotta beat them. The Bible said they ain't gonna die.
but many a days, brother, can I get an amen in California? I thought I was
Amen.
gonna be on life support.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is. I'm not finna sugarcoat that. I just knew. Never
Well-
would have made it. No.
Well, we got to talk about how Mama would light candles and say, "Well, all right. Well, I think that's because we didn't have no electricity. I don't know. It was one of the two. It's one
Or
of the
they
two.
were saving it. I think
Or they was
probably
saving electricity.
Yeah,
So
we were
it's-
saving it.
Yeah,
We were saving it.
they were
But she
saving
would
it.
light them candles, and you knew you was gonna get your behind tore up.
It was over with.
It-
She had to go into her space.
Mhm.
You know, whatever that thing is. And then she came out. She was like the Black Wonder Woman, for real.
And Saint, and then we'll go on to another topic. Saint, she had a belt in one hand and a stitching cord in the other hand.
And then she doubled it, didn't she?
Yep.
She put
Yep,
both.
she doubled.
Yes, you did. I
Yes,
still
you did,
got the
Mom.
scars to prove it. No. And I was so strong. I was like, I'm not finna cry because this is crazy.
You
My
were
brother,
crazy.
on the other hand,
Something was wrong with you.
Well,
Something was
whatever.
wrong.
Well, whatever. It kept you out of jail.
but my brother, you would have thought, listen, you would have thought he was going to die. Just falling all out. No! Mommy, no. And I told him, look, the trick is to making us get over quick. Man down. Put your feet all the way down in the ground and just be quiet, get through with it, get over with. The more you start screaming and being a complete dramatic person, the longer it's going to take. I could never understand all of that dramatization. This is not the, just take the spanking and get it over with.
I think as adults though, I think we see it was a little much, but we see the point. We see the point.
Too much.
It was way too much.
It was too much. It was
Well,
like,
Would you do any of that with your kids if you ever have kids one day?
well,
I'm too strong. I can't do that.
well, the jury is out. We gotta, before you even talk about kids, first of all, we gotta figure out what's going on with the man department. And then we got another thing against me, my age. I'm not about to be 62 taking my kid to pre-K. It's not happening. We're gonna get a couple of dogs, and I love on my brothers in California, my other brother there. If he have a kid, then Jay, you know, he have a little kid and he gonna be bad. So he gonna need my help. I love on them, but I'm good in that department. So you want to ask brother that question.
I think I'm physically too strong to whip my kids. So I probably wouldn't. But I will, you know, I'm very disciplined. I'm very discipline oriented though.
Yeah.
So there will be discipline somehow or a way or another.
Yeah.
But I think I'm too strong physically to whip my children.
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
And I think brother, he's a very diplomatic and he knows how to get into help reframe the mind
Yeah.
So if anything, he'll be playing mind tricks with them kids.
Yeah, well, it's a different day and a different time now, so.
And that's another
Well,
reason why. No.
Because Trika, she always had that thing like, I thought Trika was just playing me along. Like, if you would just stop talking, I'll do whatever you want me to do.
No, I thought that was just the opposite. Jay was the one to try to talk out to getting the spanking. Trika, she just stand there and look at you like, I dare you to hit me.
I wanted
She
her to
wouldn't
be
say
done.
it, but she'd be standing there like, I dare you to hit me. You gonna hit me again? Just,
'Cause-
or you gonna say that to me? She wouldn't say it, but her face be saying it all of, like, I'm not, and she wouldn't cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Mm-mm.
She just stand, what kind of child?
Because I wanted to get it over with so it could make you feel better as a parent. Just do the spanking, you doing your discipline. I learned my lessons. And remember them writing assignments, brother?
Yeah.
What we writing for?
After the spanking. After the spanking.
And you sit up there got a soaking Epsom salt because every part of your body hurt.
Y'all was something else. I was just,
No, you were
No.
short-tempered and your patience was short from dealing with him.
but listen, ain't no child gonna talk back to me.
We
I
didn't
was-
know
You did.
I was
Yeah,
kind
you
of,
did.
Well, Jay did. I did.
Yeah, you did.
I was bad.
Now, come on now. Yes, you did.
I was bad.
Jay did. I didn't talk back to you that much. I just looked at
That much. See now, and when I come up, you just look the wrong way. My mother had you up under that table. You call the police if you want them.
Well, Mama, you're not gonna sit here and badmouth my grandma because grandma never did that to us. So you're not
I'm
gonna
just
sit here.
telling you. I said
You're not
back
gonna
in
sit
the
here and
day.
do that.
I'm telling you, back in the day when when Kirk got a spanking, call the po if you want them. Nah, and we still here.
But you know what's funny? I talked to a lot of my other contemporaries that are doing well, that are in their particular careers and stuff, and they all somewhat have horror stories, but they're very particular. But they're all very particular about their and being disciplined
Yeah.
and how they move and how they operate.
Yeah.
Now, some didn't use extension cords, and some didn't use, some didn't use, but some tactics were worse than you guys. You know what I mean? Some of the stories that I hear from white and black, a lot of them, you just like, whoa, your parents did that. Oh, good Lord.
I feel like
No,
it was capital punishment.
Yeah, locking you outside the house and it's cold, it's 20 degrees outside, just
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have to go through that.
no.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah.
But I think discipline, it really helped me. You discipline, but you also discipline us in the word of God.
Yeah.
And it's a difference.
Yeah.
Because you made our natural life discipline, and you also made you guys made our spiritual life very disciplined as well.
Yeah.
You sure did.
We tried.
Yeah.
We tried. And
No, you did, because I've never seen so many scriptures before in my life, in my childhood. How many? Is the Bible that big? That's a lot of words.
Well, you know what's crazy, Trika? I can't recite one scripture, but I can recite every single story from front to back. I can't recite one scripture, but I can recite the whole story of the actual Bible from front to back.
That's from Sunday school.
Yeah, and them children Bible stories she used to make us look at, they would be so old, they would like, Mama had them. I'm like, why are we reading these stories? Yeah, I got you, brother.
Yeah.
And
Why are we talking about Ruth again?
Wait, the men in the fiery furnace.
Mhm.
Remember when I used to tell you guys, okay, now you got to get up, get ready for work. So we're gonna lay your stuff out. We're gonna lay your stuff out every night. So Jay lay out his shirt and his pants and his socks and everything. And Jay, you say, why we gotta do that? I said, because I said so, and because it'll be quicker for you when you get up in the morning. You're already ready to go. You got everything laid out and organized. So all you got to do is eat and then get on out so you catch the bus.
He was horrible, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just tell you, my brother was the worst to get ready for anything, especially Sunday morning. It was like he was always, I'm striking on Sunday morning. I don't want to do none of this. But yet, when we got to church, he would always be the one holding up the Sunday school class because he got 15 questions he got to ask. And I would be like, look, listen, we got to go to school tomorrow. I don't want to sit here for another 15, 20 minutes because you just nerdy. How about you just call the Sunday school teacher on your own time? Don't waste up my time with you and all these questions.
It wasn't just me, Trigger, that asked a whole bunch of questions.
No, I know it's the other brother too. I already know. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. But both of y'all be tit for tat. You like, okay, you got another question? Okay, I got another question. You got another. I'll be sitting there looking at, what is wrong with them? Sunday school is over. It's been over 15 minutes. Yeah, I got it. Anything else on the list?
Sorry, Dad, we went on a tangent.
No problem. No, I was just going to say, in a sense, although we weren't able to provide y'all with a whole lot of luxuries and everything, I'm sort of glad we weren't, in a sense, because I felt like it was the right thing to do as far as raising y'all up, because y'all appreciate even more when you get into, like right now, y'all going all the way up, and you always treated everybody nice. I don't care where they came from, from the winos to the crackheads, to different people, or you never put anybody down, because some people, parents have protected them so much, they think these are just horrible people, and they're just people that have been hurt in life most of the time, or it's just something went wrong or whatever, and y'all always been respectful to everyone, and I can appreciate that.
We try to be. I'm not like that all the time, but it's a two-way street too.
Well, I want to give kudos to the my father-in-law, my mother-in-law. That's because they were able to work at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And when all kind of because that corner was filled with all kind of people, and they started off working little. And you, Jamie, you always told them, I don't care who comes in here. They could be drunk, they could be high, they might not have the right clothes on, they might be hungry, but you treat them with respect. Will y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do.
You treat everybody with respect, because when you see people like that, like Dad was saying, that means they have a story why they came in there like that. And then, they wish, feed some of the people and everything. They would come in, didn't have any money, and so Jimmy would, give people food. So you guys were able to see that, along with other discipline in your life. So when you pass up and go up through life, you're supposed to remember those things and, give back to as much as possible.
Well, I'm gonna say this here, that it has been more people from the streets that have helped me through rough times than people from the church.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a whole
God
fact
has used
right there.
a lot of those people
That's true.
to be a blessing to us.
That's true, yeah.
And everything, the people in the church. So, I mean, that's just the way life is or whatever. And so, I can see, if you look at Jesus' ministry too, mainly he worked the streets. It was the church that they was the ones that crucified him.
Yep, they sure was.
They were the ones who put him down. It wasn't the people out there on the streets. They loved him.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you just have to look at it is what it is. Now, getting back though, is it anything like you have seen in us that you say definitely will not be in your life or your ministry? Like, say, for me, I have the example of my father. My father always got junk cars when we were growing up. So we was always out there, see, like it's 10 degrees below zero, fixing a flat tire or getting a jump or this sort of thing. So in my mind, it was like, I'm gonna have to have a good car for the winter that is not, that was one of the things that I promised myself. And it started off rough, but eventually I got to the place because I got one car, finally started off in the pattern of getting close to new cars. 1 year, And because I remember the interest off of that, it was about 25% interest or 22% interest
Ooh.
on that car. So I almost had to pay almost double for the car. And I remember that because it's closed now, but that was at that car place on 119th and Vincennes.
Mm.
Oh, the Mitsubishi.
Huh?
The
The
Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitsubishi. Yeah.
And so, but then, since then it's been basically,
Right.
but that was one of the things that I said, I'm not gonna follow my dad in that. And one of the things I got going on right now is that my father, I believe he could have in the end got a house for my mother, but he wasn't able to. And I have seen other people, older men in their lifetime not be able to get their dream house or whatever. And I'm just determined that that's what I'm gonna be able to do. Go out of here like that. I mean, that's my dream, to break that pattern. So I don't know, do y'all have any things that y'all seen, like my mother, her thing was that her mother would go into a thing on Fridays when her father get paid, and she'd always complain about money. I ain't never heard my mother complain about money.
Mm.
All the days that we lived, we went through some rough times, but she would never complain about money because that was one thing she figured every Friday her mother was going to be crying and complaining about money.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Can you answer that? You got anything?
Yeah, I got two things. Mom's gonna laugh at this, but I think one is real simple. Is when we would have to shop at the thrift store, and we would literally have to find the cheapest thing in the thrift store in order to have clothes on our backs.
Yeah.
I mean, even buying 50-cent pairs of jeans was hard.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize how hard that was. And
I was gonna talk about that. Yeah. Go ahead.
And my mom would be like, it's okay. And my mom would make it feel, it was awesome how she would make it, it's okay, baby. We just being smart. We just being frugal. Everybody else that's wasting their money. We just gonna go home and sew these pants up because they were ripped as soon as you get them on. They were ripped as soon as you had school. She would sew them up. So one of my things was when I started work was to make sure I had nice shoes and nice jeans and nice pants always.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of my thing. That was kind of small, but it's one of those things that kind of stick with you.
Yeah.
The other thing was kind of seeing you fight cancer and seeing what dad had to go through early on was to make sure that I always had health insurance.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was mine too.
I had that down here too.
Yeah, that I think that's one of the things that sticks with me.
Yeah.
Is to make sure that I always, not to say that I'm speaking something into existence.
Right. Yeah.
But to always, if I want to, whatever doctor I want to go to, I can go to them always at any point in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that, going, being in the county and I was telling someone this story the other day, being in the county and being in the county hospital and seeing you or dad suffer for 12 or 13 hours, that can be very traumatizing to a kid.
Yes. Yes.
And then seeing how, and just sitting there. You're just sitting there and you're seeing the pain and anguish on your parents' face.
Yes.
Coming back and forth out of those doors and going to see 4 or 5 different doctors.
Yeah.
And then also, what is funny too, when you see that, you're able to, when you're a child, because after a while playing with your toys gets old. Mm-hmm. So you start paying attention. I've always been a person that pays attention to my surroundings. And I would see how they would treat other Black men in the county hospital that didn't have insurance or didn't really have anything to really live for.
Yes.
And I was like, I would never be that person. I will always have insurance, so I can always tell the doctors what I want and what I need.
Yes.
Because I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
And so that was a big stickler for me. So that's kind of something that stuck with me from my childhood.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think mine was always living in a new place. Just the basic things that most people take for granted, like new refrigerator, new stove, new microwave, new kitchen appliances. I'm big on kitchen appliances.
Mhm.
Things have to be moved. Marble tops, stuff like that. I said I would always live in something new. Now, it was a transition to that. You know what I mean? It wasn't that they didn't do a bad job or anything like that, but the house that we lived in was a history house.
Yeah,
Generations had lived there.
yeah.
And so I would see my mom constantly fighting, trying to get this stuff, this hole, make sure this don't come in. And
Yep.
I mean, she was Menards all by herself.
Yeah, that's
I never
true.
understood that. And, I mean, painting and drywall
Yeah.
and stuff this hole to keep
Yeah.
rodents out
Yeah,
and do this and put that. And then one time we had an old furnace, a bird that flew right into the furnace.
hot water tank.
Hot water tank. And it
Oh,
was
I forgot about that. I
In the
forgot about
kitchen,
that.
in the kitchen.
I
in
forgot
the
about
kitchen.
that.
And that just scared me half. Oh my goodness. You wake up in the middle of the night and you see feathers and this smell, we got fried bird in the, it was terrible.
That bad boy was cooked, wasn't he?
It
He was
cooked.
cooked.
Oh,
He
my
was cooked.
word. You know, just
Yes, and what's funny is like I forgot about this.
and
we-
remember the whole family of dogs and cats up under the house.
But remember, you were walking to the kitchen because a hot water tank was, I can't remember this. Think about almost by the back door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you would walk in and you would see the skeleton of the bird just like, and you couldn't do anything about it.
No,
You just seeing a skeleton of a bird just,
Jay, you'll be walking from the kitchen like, don't look. Whatever you do, don't look. Just make it past the kitchen and you'll be all right. Oh my gosh. That stuff was traumatizing to a kid.
Yeah.
And remember the bathroom? It was cold in the bathroom.
yeah.
Literally had to be fully dressed to take a bath. We had on a snowsuit in order to take a bath. It was so cold.
Yeah, well,
Mama
we
had-
had a pot belly stove.
Yeah.
And remember, I had that old big old pot, and I would fill it up with water to try to keep the room moist. But when your feet hit that floor, that's why we would stay on y'all about house shoes.
Yeah.
Your feet hit that floor, you gonna scream because it's cold.
Yeah. And you literally, and you in your sleep and you got to go to the bathroom and you're like, well, if I move from this spot, there's a possibility I might freeze to death. So what do I want to do? So you just hold your breath, hurry up, focus real fast and go pee and then get back up under the covers. See, people don't understand those stories.
Yeah.
That's why I celebrate where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Things that have happened to us, Jay, we wore it with grace.
Yeah.
We wore it with class. Nobody knew. A lot of people thought, let me just kill this thing. A lot of people thought we was rich. We was spoiled because we was dressed. I'm like, what is y'all looking at? Do you
Really?
have, yes. I'm like, wait a minute. Last time, let me look at the paper. Wait. No, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like shopping at the thrift store was our livelihood.
Yep.
And that's what we do. I still shop at the thrift store. Okay. Don't get it twisted.
Ain't nothing wrong with this.
There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying, in order to, if we were able to get something new, it was like, wow, you know.
Yeah.
And so when I say what I say, my biggest thing is every step that I make when I move, as far as my residence, is gonna be nice. It's gonna be new. It's gonna have central air. It's gonna whatever I want, and God has blessed me to be able to do that. And then my other thing is, I always wanted to be. I didn't want it to be the stereotypical woman as far as you waiting for a husband to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
I never wanted that. Not saying that I don't desire to be married. Don't get it twisted. But I wanted to be stable on my own 2 feet, career-wise, get all of the education I could possibly get.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, drive a new car. My thing was new cars. I don't care. I'll pay for it. My new place, I'll pay for it. I don't care. That's what I want. That's what I work hard for. So why God can provide. So those were my big things. Wanted to be able to stand on my own 2 feet financially and be able to do things, you know, on my own. But don't get it twisted. It's time to retire all of that. I'm ready to, you know, come down just a little bit You know what I'm saying? You know, everything is in perspective, but you understand what I'm saying. You know, you don't want to fall into that category where I just need a man to be able to take care of my bills. And if I marry him, he gonna do this and da 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 da. No, because that man might decide I don't like you anymore.
Right.
Bye.
That's right.
And have your stuff outside.
That's right.
But sis, we gotta give while we're online, we gotta give our parents kudos. You know, after we learned about everything that they were going through with health, financial, they never made that our burden.
No.
They never made that our burden. I mean, we would see certain things and we would see the pain on their face, but they never made that our burden.
Yeah.
And they never put that on us. And I don't know if that was if God was protecting us from that, or God was not allowing y'all to display that emotion, or what was that? I'm not a parent, so I don't know what that looks like or how that feels.
Well, from my end, from a mother point of view, a lot of that has to do with today. God training me to be compassionate, to be thrifty, to be wise, to just be level-headed. A lot of things God just wouldn't allow me to do because when you guys were real little, I tried to work several times, and each time I did that, I got deathly ill. And so I had to kind of wait. I just had to wait until you guys got older. That was challenging for me. That was very challenging for me because I had some of my education. I hadn't finished college. Summer college I did, but I didn't get to the next level until you guys got older. So that was challenging for me because I like my own, you guys, I like my own money, my own institution, my own thing. But God had to break me from some of that because it was too strong. It was too strong in order to be a minister's wife at the time and a prophet's wife. So a lot of that was helping to bring me level-headed where I should be in order to be ministry today. And I had no idea that I would eventually be a minister. I had no idea. So a lot of times when you're going through stuff, it's for you so you can share it. Like now, I'm able to minister to somebody else. But I was going to talk about the medical card. We have to give kudos to your daddy. He worked very hard, very, very hard. He worked 2 jobs. He was in the restaurant, and then he was doing taxes. So he was back and forth in that same little room to 12 midnight, because I would stay up to 12 midnight, make sure he had something to eat before I went to bed. So, we have to give kudos to Dad. He worked hard, but because of how he was working back then, he was an independent worker. So it was very difficult.
Independent contractor.
It was very difficult for us to keep insurance policy.
Because it was expensive.
It was expensive for health insurance. I mean, it was way up there. It was like $500-something a month back in the 80s. It was hard for us to keep that going. So then we had to find different other routes. And then one of those routes was trying to get a medical card. And I mean, I went through some things trying to get one little medical card. I mean, that I had to
remember how out there it was in Chicago, and then they don't even know the lady that you were talking to.
No, that was in Posen, right? It was a public aid office right there on 147th and Cassie, right down the street from us. And I was trying to just get a medical card. I didn't ask for the money. I didn't want the money. I wanted a medical card for the kids and me. And because you told me, you said, just take care of y'all, make sure y'all got the medical card. Went in there, and they gave me such a hard time. Lord Jesus. I went into the stall, started crying. They turned me down, told me, no, we can't do that. Blah, 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 etc. Came out, I went in the bathroom, started praying, came back out, and Lord said, go try again. So I went back in there, got another ticket, sat down a couple more hours and waited till they called me again. And then I told the lady, I said, well, this is what I need. I was in here earlier, but this is what I need for my kids. I said, and this is the lady that told me I couldn't have what I asked for. And I had the paper there. And she said, we ain't got nobody in here with that name.
Mm.
She said, I've been here over 30 years. Nobody in here has that. Ain't nobody in here with that name. So that let me know then that the enemy had an assignment. He had an assignment on our family. So that's what I'm saying. God was teaching me how to walk, not how to walk in the spirit by myself, and to trust him, and to know that the tactics of the enemy is real. Not that I didn't know, because I've been with Papa all my life with this evangelist stuff. So, but as you get older, you get more and more advanced, and you grow and grow. And so God just starts teaching you, and you have different circumstances that help real life that help teach you. So that was one of them. And then the other one was shopping at that thrift store right there in the Midlothian area there, where Bartolini's is.
Okay.
Bartolino's. It was a thrift store right on that corner there. And God would always lead me there on a half off day. You can get 10 shirts for $1, but you would pay 50 cents for 10 shirts. It'd be half off. But mind you, these shirts would be labeled. They would have top labels on them. So they weren't raggedy shirts. They were top labels on, like Calvin
brand.
Yeah, like Calvin Klein and stuff like that. And I was able to find stuff like that for you guys. Beautiful stuff.
My shirts were always nice, but them jeans and pants, I don't know.
Well, Jay, you had long legs,
yeah,
and a really big head. So it took a while for all of that to kind of balance out. Now everything it looks nice.
It's symmetrical. It's symmetrical, right? It's symmetrical.
But I'm just saying, that was it was like I was in school. You guys were unfortunately you guys were in the
lab rats
in the package deal, but God was teaching me as a woman,
And me, well, what it is that my ministry is faith. And so God was teaching me, because that was one of the things that I asked him, I want to know that you are real. I want to see that you're the same God in the Bible today. And so a lot of situations I was in was because God was showing himself.
Yeah.
And he brought us out, but he's been faithful. Yeah. That's why I say I know he's real.
Yes, he is.
And I remember even you with your guitar and everything, when I told you, look, don't ask me, ask God. With the training you how to get what you need from God.
Yes.
And you ask God, and I think you ended up with about 2 guitars.
Yeah. I ended up with 2 guitars.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you came back, you told me, Dad, thanks for teaching me about faith. And so, it's those type of things. And then, I mean, this young lady right here, now she done got 2 new cars, no money down.
Yeah.
Walking there in faith.
Yeah.
Not working.
Yeah.
This not working.
Yeah.
But God.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just saying how.
And we appreciate that, Dad.
Right.
Mom and Dad. We appreciate that.
Okay.
Because, and this comes from a very sensitive place, because the things people had to work really, really hard for, all we had to do is apply what was taught, what we saw, what we seen in our own lives, and go after it.
Yeah.
I mean, where I'm at in my life, it's like, God really in your life. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And how for me, how God has blessed me, it's always been the reverse thing. Like, it's the stuff first, then the job comes, or then the connection comes, or then the contract comes. You get the house first, then this comes, then that, so you can be able. Most people are not going to do that. They're not going to move in the middle of a pandemic, broke with no money.
Yeah.
All I did was say yes to what he told me and obeyed. The moment I did that, then the resources came. Then all of this stuff started flooded in. All I had to do was obey. Now, scary, but we saw that. You understand what I'm saying, brother?
But I also think too, I think that what was a blessing for us, especially for me, there's not many times I tell God no.
Mm.
And I would see my parents, well, dad, you know, just being transparent, I would see dad that's kind of like, and God would have to show, you know, you guys would have to go through different things again,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and I think it was a blessing, regardless of how it turned out. It was a blessing for me where I'm just like, I'm not about to argue with this man. I'm just going to go ahead and do what I need to do and say yes.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And on that note, one of those challenges for your dad was when he called us to go to Memphis.
Mm.
When that roof fell in on us, and I had to get surgery on my left eye,
I forgot about that.
my left eye was eaten up by insulation.
The nerves.
The nerves, the whole roof caved in, and the insulation was all in my left eye.
Jesus.
And after that, your dad said, okay. And I'm like, well, could we have said okay before the roof fell in? But after that day, it was like, okay, we're going to, Lord called, because he had a dream about who we were supposed to help, what churches we were supposed to go. Lord showed him the churches, the pastors, everything. And so after that, that's when we transitioned to Memphis, trying to do what God had called us to do down there. And that was challenging for your dad. It was real challenging.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was real challenging.
That's a whole nother story.
But I thank God that now, we told stories about our earlier years, but we in overflow now.
Yeah.
We in overflow.
Because we
Yeah.
obeyed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We obeyed.
Well, Jay was saying yesterday, even in the midst of pandemic, God is blessing his people. And it is almost kind of scary because I'm like, Jesus, you trying to come back? Wait a minute, hold on. All this stuff that I have been praying for, fasting for, believing for, moving towards this, that is happening.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm sad because a lot of people around us are going on to be with the Lord, or they, whatever the case might be. I hate to see them not here with us, that part. But as far as the stuff that we pray for, Jay, the stuff that we've been asking God for, simple things as I want to go skiing for the weekend. I want to go overseas for a while and hang out with my crew. Or, hey, I want to sponsor my whole family a dinner. I want to be able to do little stuff like that people get to do all the time. I've always wanted to do stuff like that. And God has allowed us to be where you are and to be where I'm at because of what they went through. Even in the midst of a bad season, it's like everything that I put my hand to, yes. Everything that I say, yes. Everything, it's like, okay.
And I think what's funny, and I know you guys probably had you guys' own opinion. I'm kind of doing a broader spectrum, but okay. It's just amazing to me. When I talk to other people that have gone through similar stuff like us and have been faithful to God, they are being blessed right now.
Yeah.
It's just something. It's just not us.
Yeah.
No.
It's just not us for it. It's just not us for it. Yeah. God is really blessing the people that have stayed faithful to him.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
And it's exposing a lot of the people that were not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's why, if you guys didn't mind me being transparent, because sometimes it wasn't easy, to say yes to what God wanted you to do, because it was out of our comfort zone. We was already going through a lot of stuff, and then what I mean.
Right.
So, but I'm thankful today that I said yes when I had to go through mine, and your dad had to go through his. We were married, but we had to do two different separate roles there of trying to obey, and it was a struggle. It was a struggle, but I'm glad we both said yes. So just being transparent, if y'all don't mind, but
no,
because we didn't always want to say yes,
and it's not always easy to say, okay, yeah, I'll get up and move in the middle of a pandemic with no money. Yeah, sure. No, it's not.
Or move to another state. You don't have no family.
Right.
You didn't know nobody in Memphis.
And
you too, Jay.
Yeah, this was a step of faith for
Right.
real. And God told me to be here in California. I didn't
Yeah.
want to come here. I told you I would never move to California, but I'm
You
here.
shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. But at the same time, you've been blessed though.
I've been blessed. I've been really blessed. For people that are single. So I think it's easier for when you're single to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't have no kids involved.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so you guys
that's my
maybe,
problem.
Mhm.
so maybe you guys need to speak on that as well. So you can tell, like for me and Trika to learn, because we never talked about that. And
Okay.
for other people to, when you're single, you can easily say yes. Okay, God, all right, I gotta move. But when you have a family,
It's still like they just said.
Your dad's, yeah.
He just said it still takes courage.
mhm.
You know, it's not always a easy step.
You just don't have anybody else's mind involved.
And they spirit and they
Right.
will. Well,
Right,
I
and
don't
they
want to do
will.
that and
Yeah.
da, 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 you know.
Yeah, when it's just yourself, you just go at it. But when you have another human being, you're one, and so it can be challenging because that's two different personalities, two different upbringings, two different thoughts, two different faiths. Sometimes you might not be on it,
Well, the thing is that where it's more difficult, and I think for all of us, is that we all have strong minds.
Mhm.
Yes.
And so if you want to say the devil is going to talk to you and he's going to give you, so you're going to have logical reasons why this is not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always are out there.
Yeah.
Oh, this ain't going to work. This is crazy. Why would I do that? Why would you move from where you at? You ain't got no job right here, or you ain't got no guarantee there, or or where you gonna go to church, or when you gonna do this here, or how you gonna do that? And then you got to walk out there by faith.
Yeah.
And you don't have nothing that's showing you the way, but just the word of God.
Yeah.
And so that's how you have to be with that faith. Just trust God. Okay, God, all I can do is trust you.
Yeah.
You said you would never leave me or forsake me. That's your word, Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said you would be with me to the end.
Yeah.
You said you would supply all of my needs.
Yeah.
It's your word. That's all I got.
One example, Jay, and then I won't say anything else hardly, I guess. But
you got a few minutes.
I got a few minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
I was, and I had that in here too. Y'all didn't even know. But when we had moved to Memphis, I think I told your dad, when we had moved to Memphis, remember, Jay, I was working 3 jobs.
Yeah, I do remember. Yep.
One job was in Kroger grocery store doing statistics.
Yep.
And when people would come in, I had to do the stats on those people and talk to them and stuff like that, why they shop there, et cetera, et cetera. God sent one particular lady, I'll never forget it. Her first name, on a first name basis, her name was Betty. That lady, and the night before I had cried and cried, I wanted to go home. I did not like Memphis, Tennessee. I did not like being there. Nothing against Memphis, Tennessee, but I didn't like being there. I wanted to go home, be with my mother, my father. And so I cried and I cried that night before. And so that particular day, God sent that lady, and she was sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. That lady read me like a book. And because I went up to her to get, ask her why she shopped at Kroger. And she said, praise the Lord. She said, I ain't never seen nobody in here doing this. And so I told her I was from Chicago, et cetera. And we started talking. She read me like a book. She said, you're here because of XYZ. Your son is here because of XYZ. Your husband is a prophet. He's a man of God. He'll be fine. Just keep him encouraged. You keep a good spirit. I mean, she just read us like a book. So I knew, and not that I didn't know, but God, he'll send confirmation. I knew then that, okay, just Andrea, just calm down. It'll be okay. Because that lady didn't know me. She didn't know me, but God will always send you confirmation. And a couple of times I would get so discouraged and so frustrated. And I would go in the room. We had no bed then. I had to sleep on the floor. Make the cover.
But we had mattress, didn't we?
No, I wasn't no mattress yet. I was on the floor.
She remember.
And so I would get so frustrated and everything. And so a lot of times I would get up, I couldn't sleep, you know, my back hurt and everything. God said, get your Bible. The Bible open up to the scripture, you know, trust in me. Thank you, Jesus. Trust in me. Lean not into your own understanding. And just all kind of scriptures to let me know I'm with you. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't trying to have church or nothing, but when my mind goes back, God, like I said in the video, when I was by myself, God will always have somebody there when you're in a crisis. He will always show you where to go when you're in a crisis. And I had that Bible. That Bible was, honey, me and the Bible is good friends today, all the time. But I'm just saying, seriously, every single time the Bible would just flip open and let me know, hey, stand still and know that I'm God.
Well, mine was so raggedy.
Well,
but Jay, you remember a lot of you when we got the hamburger story about from Memphis.
Yeah, that's for part 2.
Yeah.
We'll talk about all that in part 2.
Yeah. But when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all He's done for me, my soul cries out, and I just want to tell Him thank you as much as possible.
well, God's been good. And so we had a good full hour of good dialogue of the past, and we're going to end on that. The part 2 is still, we're gonna, there's more, but I want to express a sincere thanks to my brother. Thank you so much, brother, for hanging out with your sister.
Thank you, Jay.
I appreciate you
2
so
days
much.
in a row, yeah.
I know, 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
God is doing a new thing, because my brother, he's so, California now person. But no, but sincerely, brother, I appreciate the support. People do not know how much I really depend on my brother for a lot of things, because it's just the two of us in this household. You know what? I'm trying to bye. No, I'm just kidding. No, but thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
You're welcome.
And we appreciate what you're doing. We're going to be back. We're going to do this again. But I hope it blessed you. I hope it encouraged you.
Yeah.
You found something good, laughed or whatever. One more thing. If you have not got a chance, and I'm going to work your nerves, I want you to join my newsletter list. Okay? Go on over there. IamTrikaB.com. Sign up for my email list. And thank you for those that I cannot leave without saying thank you for those that have supported the Trika B Apparel, supporting by my shirts, everything. I just appreciate it. All the good things, all the kind things. I cannot say thank you enough for all the orders that have come in. Continue to buy. We're doing good. God is moving. And I am so excited. So until we meet again, we're not going to be on tomorrow. If anything changes, I'll let you know. But as of today, not happening. But meet us next Wednesday. We'll be hanging out next Wednesday for the PK Live. We do have a special guest. Please join us next Wednesday here live on Facebook. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Share this video. I pray God's peace and blessings over you. Till we meet again. Bye.